My name's Roger McKenzie, and welcome to Red Star over Sheffield. I'm at the Cultures in Resistance gathering or happening at Wortley Hall, which is just outside Sheffield in South Yorkshire in England. And I'm really pleased to be here at this gathering that's bringing together people who are looking to find ways of making culture a part of our activism. And there's this gathering is bringing together folks from the Morning Star, from Manifesto Press, from the Hans Hess Foundation, from all over, activists from all over the world, frankly. And there's nobody who's really travelled, as far as I can see, further than our comrades from Taring Padi, which is a arts collective from Indonesia. And I'm really delighted to be joined by Ladija and Hestu, who are two of the activists who are involved in the collective. And I think it's really important that we start off by getting people to understand what Taring Padi is, because I think in this kind of Western culture, people are really stuck in the idea, which is one of the things that folks at Manifesto Press are always good at, is trying to make sure we decolonize the whole kind of movement that we try and do. But so I think it'd be really important to start off by understanding what Taring Padi is, and just to get an understanding of the sort of work that you do, where you came from, what was the inspiration behind the movement?
It's it's thank you for having us here in Sheffield. This so awesome can be together with you all here. We can share each other and we can have um, another way of sharing and communication for doing a progress. It's I just want to a little bit telling about our starting bodies before we are starting from 1998 when the student movement during the Suharto regime still have a power in the government in that time. Uh, Basically, we are a student in this time, and then our movement it's from our solidarities also uh, um, with our countries. We want to givings our love uh, to our couple and all our people also. And uh, we are starting from December 21st, 1998, and in lembaga bantuan hukum. It is like what's it stand?
It's like a legal aid.
Legal Aids Foundation.
Okay.
Yes, in Jakarta, and that is quite the not not like the arts student um, doing with the galleries, we are more elaborate with like a human right organization, and then before our embryos is starting already years before when we are coming together in the streets, and then also organizing our movement mostly underground in this time, because it's
Yeah.
quite difficult and quite dangerous also, and it's quite repressive uh, from the military and also from the spy.
Mm.
And also in that time is the student quite uh, something like criticals. Also, they are reading a lot about the about the leftist literacy, and also some movement, the opposition from the capitalistic rights system, and then we try to find our position, and then we are struggling to moving forward uh, to be united into the student movement between our city in Yogyakarta and also in Jakarta and another city in Java. That is, yeah.
Ladija, do you want to add anything to that?
Yeah. So my name is Ladija. I'm the third generation of Taring Padi. So just like Hestu mentioned before, that Taring Padi is born in 21st December of 1998. So that's mean this year Taring Padi is turned 28 years.
So it's like my age.
28 years. And yeah, so Taring Padi means it's in Indonesia, bahasa Indonesia, taring padi. If you notice, there's in the rice, there is a little part in the rice that's quite sharp and itchy,
Yeah.
and that's our philosophy because we believe that. So taring padi means like rice of fangs.
Okay.
Yeah. So in the rice there is a little part that's sharp and itchy. It's just like a fangs, and we believe that our movement maybe before is like a little by little, but we believe that um, it will be spread and it make itchy somehow. So with every message we try to deliver to the government at the time, the dictatorship of Suharto, we want them to learn. I mean, we want them to hear that this message is important, and actually that's part of the rice fangs is can be sprayed to the other plants and nurturing other plants. So that's how our philosophy name can be rooted in our movement, in our spirit, to always have a solidarity movement with many networking, many friends. Yeah,
That's great. I mean, hopefully when people see the artwork that you produce, hope as many people should see it in person. I mean, we'll make sure people can see it in this recording, but there's nothing like seeing just the sheer scale of what you do. But what I think people won't understand are the kind of struggles that inspired those pieces of work. So I wonder if you could give an example to us of the kind of struggles that you've been involved in that have inspired some of the work that you've done.
Yes, thank you. Also, I want a little bit continue also from
Sure.
Ladica's things before, and that's also relate to your question.
Sure.
But it's not just about our work to criticize the system or the government from our country, but also we try to learning each other, to educate ourselves.
Yeah.
This is also in our peoples. We believe when the struggle, the people in our in our concern, that is just a people they are want to struggle when they are just a victim of the system. I mean that is like a farmer and labor. Because the farmer is just like is the pillar of the life. They are growing a food. they are planting the rice. That's close to our life, and the laborers. It's mostly they are working uh, for our demand, our living in the mostly in industrial, and then mostly of them they are uh, exploited by the capitalism system. And in Indonesia, we didn't have any insurance or something like also with the health insurance or something like education insurance education for some for for the school, going to the high school or in the university, and it's so different system like in Europe, and mostly the Indonesian. Our problem actually is about the corruption.
Mm.
The corruption is just so deep, so strong, and then the people can. It's just impossible to not impossible, but it's just difficult to move until they can be independent, can be with a good standards, and then in that way we are believed to also to share, to learn each other, and then we are also making some question or something, yeah. To question to them, also question to us, and also learning to them, and also learning together, and then we working, and also we are working together, and then from them we have an idea, we have an energy to do something.
I think that's often one of the things that's forgotten about the work that we do as activists, is that we think we often just leave it as being something we do for somebody else, when actually there's a learning process for us in all of this as well. And I think that's what strikes me. One of the most striking things about your work for me is how you do it together and how you learn together, as a way of, it's a message to other people as well, that actually this is how you can move on and survive and grow and flourish if we stand together and do things together. And I find that really impressive about what you do. I mean, did you want to kind of add anything?
Yeah, so that's things that we always put in our mind as ethical collective, that we are not coming to the let's say villages as hero or
Yeah.
something, but we want to learn, just like Hester mentioned, we want to learn and working together. So uh so like example, when Taring Padi went to the Porong Sidoarjo, it's took like a few days that villages can be trust Taring Padi, and it's come through the kids first. So at the time, Taring Padi living in a one house, and then making cardboard puppet and just jamming, singing together. And then at the time the kids start coming, and then the mother start looking for the kids to take a shower, and then the kids the mothers start looking, the people is nice, even though they have a long hair, many tattoos, but they're nice. And yeah, and after that
Prejudice.
Yeah.
the mother, the villagers start coming, and then after that we can, we come here to learning what happened in your village, and start have a conversation, and that's, we think that is the most important, is the learning process. Yeah.
I mean, one of the things that I'm asking everybody in these talks that we're having is the whole gathering that we're here for is cultures of resistance, and I'm asking, and you're kind of touching on it, both of you really, but I'm asking, what do you understand by that? Because I think, again, as I mentioned earlier on, one of the things that we spend a lot of time with Manifesto Press looking at is how we can decolonize the whole of the kind of progressive movement, so they don't think it's just all white Western and that's the only way that you can do things. I mean, from your perspective, how do you see this thing of cultures of resistance? I mean, have you got a kind of idea about how that looks from where you are?
Okay. From my perspective, it's for decolonizing is need to be from the base, from ourselves. When we want to starting the decolonize, we need to decolonize ourselves, our mind,
Absolutely, couldn't
and
agree
also
more.
after that, when I'm already finished about that, we can move it forward to the and then we can do more balance. If we didn't do, if we didn't finish decolonize ourselves, it's something like something a travel in the way,
Yeah,
in the middle. I mean, that this is also something like something not so easy by doing collectively. It's like in our society, or I mean, being ours in our collective together, being a family, for example. That this is
yeah,
also sometimes we need to decolonize our collective also, no? And then in that time, uh, something up and down. It's open, something is closed, but this is normal. And why we are also still exist until now. We try to decolonize all the time, because colonization actually is already in the blood.
mm,
It's in, it's we can remove anything, something we didn't know about the colonization. This is already in our bone.
mm,
It's we colonization about the food, colonization about the style, colonization about everything.
mm,
I'm already colonizing.
yeah,
By the way, what can I do? Yeah, step by step, we try to finish our mind. We try to we never escape from that. It's so naive sometimes when
mm,
we can running, we can opposing
mm,
black and white, which is something like that. And here in our even now, it's like this also. I'm really happy to to moving to looking forward to decolonize also from your side,
mm,
also from of course from our side,
So yeah,
from our work.
yeah,
in Indonesia we have quotes that it's from Pramudia Anantatur, adil sejak dalam pikiran. So we have to have justice in our mind, starting in our mind. So that's also part of the how we talk about the decolonization. So and we think that after we decolonize, after I mean like we rethinking, we unlearn, relearn, we can the resistance can be our cultures.
mm,
See?
yeah,
Yeah. Before maybe we just okay, we accept that maybe the government is corruption. There's so many injustice in the world, and now is our part, our time to resist, and resistance can becomes the cultures of the people.
You see, resistance for me is a key word. in all of this, because we can't get to feel strong enough to do resistance, I don't think, unless we do what you say in terms of decolonizing our thinking and creating a pride in ourselves. And I think there's quite often a real underestimation of the impact that colonization has had on us, and how we have to come out of all of that first to be able to make a difference for ourselves before we can make a difference for anybody else, I think.
Yeah.
Finally, really, in this chapter, I can assure you this will not be the last time we sit down and talk at all, because I found this fascinating. What are the kind of main projects that you're working on next? So we'll all leave Wortley Hall in a few days' time, and we'd have hopefully had a really good gathering. So what's next for you?
Listen.
Yeah, I mean, this starting from this event with the invitation of the Manifesto Press and Hanses Foundation, of course. We believe that there will be a good movement after this. Will be good further collaboration and talking about our next project. I mean, we believe that everything will connect with uh, people's liberation, people's justice, that will be rooted in our movement every time.
Absolutely.
And I want to add about also still in the decolonize. This is we're thinking about decolonization from our roots. This is also from based on our society, and I just thinking for moving forward progressively, critically about the reality right now. I talked to our collectives several times when we are moving. In general, actually, we are in the same level. For example, when we are doing in our society, in our people in Indonesia, not just in Java, but it's also in the different society, like with the different problem in the indigenous society, for example. We have the same problem also when we are doing in general outside of our society, outside of our country. The problem is still same. It's about the colonization. Why colonization is in our life? For example, when we are working in Germany or in Belgium or in the UK or in the different in the different globe, like in Brazil, for example, and we have a time to share each other in Brazil. We have a same problem, absolutely same problem, and then that is also in that way. That is our problem. When we are looking to the opportunity to fight, to moving collectively, I mean that is the same.
Yeah.
When we talk in the local or in the interlocally, that is absolutely simple.
Yeah.
That's, I doesn't think that is different because actually we are in the colonizing agenda or decolonizing perception.
Yeah, so I just want to add a
Sure,
little bit.
sure.
So in 2020, we create a banner. It's around 9.6. I forget the measure, but it's the title is "First They Came for Them, Then They Came for Us," or in Indonesia, "Sekarang mereka, besok kita." That artwork is spread or deliver the message that the problem, the struggle is not only in that space, but it's become our like a people struggle. If it's not only getting in you at the time, it will be getting into you in the further. So we have to take a look, be aware, and make a solidarity about that. Yeah.
Great. Can I thank you both very, very much for what you said. I think it's really important in these days when the world's on fire, basically,
Yeah.
and an understanding that what happens in one part of the world affects all of us, and the only way that we can win really is if we all stand together and we understand the strength that comes from our collective kind of voice and our collective bodies kind of standing next to each other. So there's an expression in England, in Britain, that an injury to one is an injury to all. And for me, that's one of the greatest things that I will take away from what you've been saying is that there's lots of ways of being able to address that, and one of them's through the way that we can use art. And to even decolonize that word art. So you were saying maybe earlier on in one of the sessions that it's not just about the rich and their art, but it's about what we can do. And we don't have to have rich kind of materials to be able to do the things that need to be done to send out that message of strength in the collective. So again, can I really thank you so much? For me, that was a really important discussion. Can I again thank Taring Padi for the wonderful contribution that they're making, not just to this discussion, which I found fascinating, and I assure you will continue throughout the rest of this week. But also, I think this is, as I think they said on Casablanca, this is the start of a beautiful relationship, and I'm pretty sure that that is the case because now the test for all of us isn't just to have these comrades from Taring Padi here this week at Wortley Hall in the lovely grounds and wonderful building, but the test is what we can do to take that forward for the coming weeks, months and years ahead. Because one thing is for certain is that we all face massive struggles across the globe, and the only way that we can win is if we stand together in solidarity with each other. And that for me is the great message of the work that they do. So thanks again. And we'll see you in the next episode, if you like, of Red Star over Sheffield. Thanks very much.